going on, guys? What's up? What's up? Let's have a look at the JASMY chart before we get into the news. Still holding outside of the trend line in the bull pennant here, as you can see. Very, very bigly, very, very good. Hope to see this daily candle close today in about 3 hours and 7 minutes. Maybe we'll have another run upwards. But look at this. Look at this perfect test, guys. I said this yesterday. Look, we tested the 200-day SMA twice, got rejected off it twice, closed back inside the bull pennant, broke back outside of it, broke through the 200-day SMA, and got rejected. We just a hair broke over the 100-day SMA and then wicked back all the way back down again, right? So where will this daily candle close in the next few hours? Next 3 hours and 7 minutes, roughly. Well, that's going to depend, guys. And largely what it's going to depend on is what Bitcoin is going to do. Will Bitcoin close today above 64,500? If it does, that is a very, very bullish close, guys. Very bullish. We may see a pump tonight if Bitcoin can close above 64.5. May see a pump tonight. It's not written in the stars, right? But very, very bullish nonetheless. So we'll have to keep an eye on it, guys. If that happens, maybe we could see JASMY break through the 100 and the 200-day SMA up here and maybe move to further continuation to the upside. We'll have to see, guys. But for now, we're going to take it hour by hour, day by day. All right, let's get into the chat real quick, see what everybody's doing. Guys, as always, make sure you smash the like and subscribe to the channel. Jackie, what's up? What crypto payment do you think Elon Musk is going to use? Well, I think at first it'll start with probably just Bitcoin, because they're going to be, you have to understand, once X starts accepting crypto as payments, they're going to be under SEC scrutiny. We know Elon Musk's history with the SEC, right? So there will be a lot of scrutiny there. So I think they'll start off with probably just Bitcoin and move probably to something like Dogecoin after that, but after they test the waters and make sure they're safe in terms of accepting Bitcoin first, right? Just because Bitcoin would be the safest play in terms of regulatory clarity. And then it will probably continue to escalate from there as the next handful of years go on, but it'll be a slow process. I know we're seeing a lot of people talking about, all of these different cryptos that he's going to accept right off the bat. And that's just not the way the business world works. You have to do things incrementally, testing waters, dipping your toes in the waters to make sure what you're going to be able to get away with in terms of regulatory, uncertainty. So I think that's kind of how it will play out. He's not just going to jump in and say, we accept all crypto, right? SEC would be all over him like white on rice. So Holmes, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Countdown is on to the regular season, my friend. Big Kev, what's up, buddy? Hey, Rob and Crypto Fam. It was a fun morning. Yes, absolutely. Marvin's in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. It was awesome to see you on the group chat over on the Patreon today, brother. Boomer, what's up, buddy? Holmes, every dog has its day. Shiba Inu is up bigly. Is Shiba up bigly? Let's have a look at the bubbles. Let's see what's going on. Look at Miria, guys. Look at Miria. Look at Miria on the week. 60.9% on the week for Miria, guys. Now, if you're a member of the channel or you were over on the Patreon, you know that over the last 2 or 3 months, I was heavily accumulating Miria. Right? And now you see why I was heavily accumulating Miria, right? I get some people who get mad at me because I say, in my opinion, something's going to pump, right? And then it doesn't pump in a day or two, so then they get angry with me. In fact, funny little side story, there was actually a person who's actually a member of the channel who consistently and constantly is negative and was posting negative comments So at the end of the day, I had to end up just blocking the person from being allowed to comment on videos anymore because of their toxicity and their negativity. Some people go to extremes when they can't control their emotions, right? The market's not doing what they want it to, when they want it to, so they're going to take it out on whoever they can, right? They're going to point fingers and blame because they're not rich yet, right? And that's just part of the game, I suppose. But so I had to mute the person so they couldn't comment on videos anymore. They think they can comment on videos because they can see their comment posted, but no one else can, right? Because you played yourself, right? And the funny little side note about it too, guys, is that this person was stuck in a crypto on an exchange before, and I personally helped them. They had to send their crypto to me so that I could swap it over into something else and send it to them. Otherwise, they would have lost their money. And I did this out of the kindness of my heart to them, for them. And they in return, FUD my channel, as a thank you. So yeah. But anyway, kind of got off track there. But yes, I've been buying Miria for the last few months. And now you see why I have been buying Miria for the last few months, right? So there you have it. What else is you said that Shiba Inu was running today? Oh yeah, 18.2%. Look at that. Juicy little pump action. Wagami Games is pumping nice too, 23.2%. GFAL's up 11. Market's looking kind of juicy today, guys. I'm feeling good. Look at the week. Look at the week. Look at the month, guys. Look at the month. People are so negative and stuff, right? Let's go back to the week for a second. Just look at the weekly. I don't know how people are negative. I don't understand. How are you negative? Look at SCI Network's up 40.5%. Wagami's up 90.6%. GFAL 85.7%. Naka 34.3%. Ondo 23%. Near 27.5%. Render 21%. Shib 31%. HBAR 18%. Aerodrome 31%. How are people negative right now? Right? Look at Turbo 50%. Sui 88.8%. On the month, Wagami's up 124%. Guys, how are people bearish right now? I don't understand. We have been slowly creeping our way up in the markets, and maybe it's because it's happening so slow that people don't feel the effect of it or something, or I don't know, but we have been in a steady incline all month for the most part, right? Shane, what's up, buddy? Diamond Balls in the house. William, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Just done working. Nice. I actually got to head to work in a few minutes. Boomer. Studio Tech, I heard it was Dogecoin. For payments there. He really likes Doge. Yeah, he does. Ty, what's up, man? Week's going well so far, man. You're ready for October. You and me, bro. You and me both, brother. From your lips to God's ears, man. Chris, what's your thoughts on the latest XCN scam on Twitter and Onyx app? It's not a scam, Chris. There was an exploit on. Did I read that wrong? Oh, sorry. I read that. Yeah, you did say scam. There's some sort of issue with the stable coin. It has nothing to do with XCN as a project, right? So yeah. Studio Tech, good evening. We're getting there. Yes, we are. By the way, Chris, on a quick side note, I have Wes coming back on the channel on Monday. He'll be joining me again. We're going to talk more XCN, so make sure you guys are here for that. Jackie, thank you. I figured it would be a slow process, but good to hear your opinion. Hey, no problem, Jackie. No problem. Dumb Money, nice chat, Rob. What's up, fam? Let's love this lift up. Yes, absolutely, man. Marvin says, I highly recommend joining the Patreon. Yes, absolutely, man. Thank you so much. Yes, guys, definitely. You guys want to get over to the Patreon. We just did another group video coaching session call. It was absolutely fantastic, guys. I love doing that. I love chatting with all you guys, personally on video. It's a great time. Everyone gets to, kind of ask questions and express themselves. You get unprecedented access to talking to me over on the Patreon, guys. So get your butts over there for sure. Studio Tech, Rob, did I hear you? Yes, I did. I'm going to have, like I said, I'm going to have Wes on the channel on Monday, and we're going to discuss it. So we're still waiting for developments to come out, updates on it. What do we got? Yamaha, hey Rob, XCN Dow posted on X. There was a unusual activity with VUSD. And yeah, we're still waiting for updates on it. I have Miria, but I had to buy it on MetaMask, and ETH fees are ridiculous. Yes, I agree. I buy my Miria over on KuCoin, I believe. Lily, what's up? Dummy, yeah, I have difficulties sending my Luna Classic from Chrono to Terra Station. I could use a hand. I know nothing about Terra Station. I don't hold any Terra Luna. Chris, no worries, man. Shane, do you normally do the Patreon Zoom calls on a certain day's times? I haven't been able to catch one yet. I do them randomly, Shane. The reason that I do them randomly, I do them a minimum of every other day. I try to do them every day if I have time, but I do them every other day minimum. And I do them at random times. And the reason that I do them at random times, I know people have been asking me to schedule them, right? The reason that I don't schedule them is because we have a lot of Patreon members. And if I schedule them, then everyone knows when they are. And then everyone's in there all at the same time. And then no one can get any questions asked, right? So that's why I do them randomly, right? Whoever is on will catch it, right? And don't worry, Shane, you will catch one eventually. We do them all the time, right? You will get into one eventually. But that is the reason behind it, right? So that everyone gets a chance to participate and stuff like that, right? Ola from Phoenix, Arizona. Nice. Very nice. WF Capital in the Heezy. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Guys, if you're new here, I hope you're smashing that subscribe button. You're definitely going to want to be a part of this community. I'm telling you, man. Okay. All right. So let's get into the news a little bit here before I got to head to work. Right off the hop here, we got Gary Gensler gaslighting the public over on Squawk Box. Let's see what he has to say.
But there's some argument to be made that you want this, that actually it would be better if all this business was happening in the U.S. You talk about an SBF. Obviously, that was taking place in the Bahamas. And, you know, a lot of people were trying to do things in other places. If there was a real regime here that everybody could trust and we had established rules and there weren't these questions about whether you were going to go over the line or you're behind the line, where the line was, would that be better?
I think that we do have those rules.
So you think those lines exist? Then why do people in the industry say that they don't know what the rules are?
Real quick, stop it right there. Why do people in the industry say that they don't know where the rules are? He should have went further with that question, because it's not just people in the industry that don't know where the rules are. Congress doesn't know where the rules are, and the courts have stated they don't know where the rules are, right? It's not just people in the industry that don't know where the rules are. The courts don't know, and Congress doesn't know. Everyone is telling Gary he's wrong, not just industry participants, right? But you notice how they leave that part out when they interview him. They just say, oh, the industry participants say they don't know where the rules are. No, 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 no. The courts have told you they don't know where the rules are, and Congress has told you you don't know where the rules are.
Look, not liking the rules is not the same as that there aren't rules. And I think
tell that to a judge. Not liking the rules is not the same as there not being rules. Tell that to one of the judges in one of your cases, Gary, and see how that plays out for you.
There's a lot that have profited off of the public's interest in this field, but profited without the proper disclosures. And inherently, there's business models that have a lot of conflicts. And we've seen the results of that time in and time again. Outside of crypto and inside of crypto, we see what happens when there's so inherent conflict. So we've got 90 years of experience with this, Andrew. It works reasonably well. We've got the deepest, most liquid capital markets. We're trying to make them more efficient. What we're doing in the equity markets,
I think you're warming up
markets.
to top tier crypto. That's my take.
What's that?
I think you're warming up to top tier crypto. I don't think you think it's a monolith. I think you think there might be some actual usage or benefit to top tier crypto. Would you say recently you're evolving to where? Go ahead,
Joe. Where are you on what's called altcoins? There's 15 or 20,000.
That's what I
where
know.
are you, Joe?
But you, when you came in, you said, yeah, you know, that I probably only own Bitcoin, and you act like that's okay for me because I don't own all the garbage. I think you were thinking. So I just get the feel.
Garbage was your word.
I know, but are you warming up to
top? It was not that kind of a word.
Actually,
right.
Joe,
Did you hear that? You hear what she just said?
Joe, for the public, used a stronger word than garbage.
He used a stronger word than garbage to describe altcoins. Gary Gensler did, which means he called them all, you know what, right? He called them the S word. I can't say it on here because the channel's been, the algorithm's been suppressing me for swearing. That's why you guys are not getting notifications when I'm live and stuff. So I have to stop saying them. But so Gary is telling people that altcoins are S. Right? And look at him. Look at his face. Don't you just want to give him one? Like, don't you just want to sit there handing him so many rights that he's begging for a left?
I did. But are you warming up to? Do you see that it's probably here to stay and something that could be useful?
This is something I said to students 4 and 5 years ago.
I know, but you didn't say it to once you were the SEC chair.
No. That this field will not long persist without investor protection or consumer protection. Number two, many of these projects, without prejudging anyone, are tapping into the public's interest to raise money. That's the classic securities sort of protections that you put in place. You can decide to go long or short these projects, but you need the disclosures. And as it relates to Bitcoin, my predecessor and I have said that's not a security. You now have a way that you can actually express that view, buy into that through exchange traded products, traded on NASDAQ, traded on New York Stock Exchange and the like.
Okay, that's a yes then.
Where do you think Bitcoin is going to be in our society 20 years from now? If you were to sort of,
I don't really know.
You have any idea?
I don't know. I mean, there's 7 billion people around the globe. I'm not going to make a prediction as to any one project, but what I would say is the field is going to have a challenge building trust, and it already has a challenge building trust.
How ironic is it that this man is sitting here criticizing anyone or anything about trust, about building trust? This man has single-handedly, completely and utterly destroyed the credibility of the Securities and Exchange Commission to the point where the public no longer trusts the branch of government. And he's on national television talking about anyone else having a hard time building trust. If we don't laugh, we'll cry, right? The irony of this is almost painful. Jeff Back, what's up, buddy? Facts. So then, how did they come up with tax rules? Everyone's got no regulation, but know exactly how much tax to take from investment. Yeah, exactly, right? Tell them no tax, no regulations, and they will come up with it in 2 days. Yes, I saw that the other day, and I agree with it 100%. Don't tax it until you've regulated it, right? Put guardrails in place, and then you can take tax money from it. Don't sit there condemning it on one hand and then expecting tax money from it on the other. It doesn't work that way, right? It doesn't work that way. There's something else I wanted to show you guys. I don't have a whole bunch of time today, but I thought that this was very, very powerful, guys. So I want to show it because there are people who get mad at me and accuse me of being a Trumper, okay? And I've said 100 times, I am not on one side of the aisle or the other. And it wouldn't matter even if I was, because I'm Canadian. It doesn't make a difference. I can't vote. But people say, oh, you know, I said, I'm pro my portfolio. I am pro whichever candidate is good for my portfolio and my life-changing wealth. That's what I'm pro. I'm not one side or the other. So this is the flip side of that coin. This is a very, very powerful statement from Kamala Harris that just came out. So let's listen to what she has to say. She finally made a stand, and I want you to hear it.
The key here is Kamala Harris. And Kamala Harris, of course, says the U.S. should be dominant in blockchain and reiterates the digital assets in an economic plan. There's a couple of points that she hit on within this. The U.S. Will recommit global leadership in these sectors that define the next century, specifically mentioning the word blockchain. I want to go to a clip that kind of shows a little bit more of what she said. Take a look.
I believe an active partnership between government and the private sector is one of the most effective ways to fully unlock economic opportunity. We just need to move past the failed policies that we have proven don't work. And part of being pragmatic means taking good ideas from wherever they come. Listen, you all know my career. Andrea shared it with you. I am a devout public servant. I also know the limitations of government. So I will recommit the nation to global leadership in the sectors that will define the next century. We will invest in biomanufacturing and aerospace, remain dominant in AI and quantum computing, blockchain and other emerging technologies. I believe in consistent and transparent rules of the road to create a stable business environment. As president, if things are not moving quickly, I will demand to know why, and I will act. I will target the major barriers to opportunity and remove them.
All right.
So for me, guys, listen, you may believe her, you may not believe her. Me personally, I don't believe a word she says. I want to see action, not lip service. However, I do have to give her credit for finally taking a stand, taking a position, so to speak, right? And that's to show my fairness in it. Now, I'm allowed to have my own personal opinion on that, and my personal opinion is I don't believe a word she says. You want to convince me that you're going to go pro-crypto, pro-blockchain technology, and embrace and adopt the technology? Walk Gary Gensler out the doors of the SEC. Then I may start to listen to you a little bit. But until you actually do something, not say something, but do something, that's when I'll believe you, right? Till I see action, I don't believe. And the reason I don't believe is because I've just witnessed 4 years of my portfolio being attacked by this current administration. And some people argue with me about, well, it wasn't her, it was Biden. No. Okay? It was their entire administration. There's more than one person that runs the presidential office. They have a whole cabinet of people who make these decisions. And guess what? Her cabinet is identical to Biden's, okay? So don't sit there and say, well, Biden was making these decisions. No, he wasn't. Elizabeth Warren was making a lot of these decisions, and all of these people are still in place, okay? Not to mention the fact that right now, she can do something right now. She's not, okay? She's the vice president. People were saying to me, well, she's a vice president. She can't make decisions. Yes, she can. First of all, the president is no longer in active duty. He's incapacitated. He's mentally out to lunch. He's not doing anything anymore, right? She's standing in for him. She can make whatever decision she wants. She's not doing anything. She's saying she'll do stuff, and she's not doing stuff. The people in her cabinet are exactly the same as the people who have been in the cabinet for the last 4 years, okay? So don't sit there and say, is a difference between Biden and Kamala Harris, because no, there's not. So until she physically does something, I don't believe her, okay? But I do have to give her fair, coverage that she did take a position, which we have been waiting for. So I have to give her credit for that. So, rant over. Gav, what's up, buddy? I bought Tezos today. Would you say I picked a good one? Yeah, I think Tezos will be good. Yes, I do. Rodney, do you think XCN will still explode soon? 100%. 100% I do. The thing is, she's endorsing blockchain and not crypto. She's trying to be slick. Semantics, eh? I see. Kamala equals karma. We can't do 4 more years of this. A liar and a fraud. Yeah, I mean, don't believe her. Fire Gensler and get rid of Sab 121. Preach. Yeah, I kind of went on a bigger rant there than I had planned. But I mean, it is what it is, I suppose, right? What else do we got? What else do we got? Let's get into some other things before I got to get out of here. So speaking of Doge, we got some bullish news with Swift. Everyone's always asking me about Swift. So exciting news from Swift blockchain. You can now bridge Doge across multiple chains using Bridgers, the all-chain bridge. Swap Doge with over 400 cryptocurrencies seamlessly. Bullish stuff, guys. Let's see what else we got going on here. Boom. Andre De Niro. Good morning, Jasmy family. Did you know this was the best September ever? What do you think will happen after that? So far, this has been the best September ever in crypto's existence, up 7.8%. That's the highest crypto has ever been in September, but we have not closed the month yet. So we'll see how it goes. But so far, so good, guys. Very, very bigly. Very, very bigly. We covered this. We got VUSD says the team will have an update on the unauthorized activity that occurred with VUSD. So we will have a look at that as soon as we get an update on it. BlackRock and Fidelity spot Bitcoin ETFs did a combined $1.87 billion in trading so far today, guys. Very, very bigly there. I gotta play Torres here, grilling Gary Gensler as well. I gotta play this because it's awesome.
Ms. Crenshaw, does requiring artists and musicians to register art and music with the Securities and Exchange Commission raise a First Amendment concern?
I'm not a First Amendment expert, but I think the only thing that have to be registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission are securities. And so that's what I would look to determine whether they have to register with us.
Now, in the Stoner Cats case, the SEC not only prohibited the creators from selling NFTs, the SEC ordered the creators to destroy the NFTs. Does the destruction of artistic expression by government fiat raise a First Amendment concern?
Again,
you're not a First Amendment expert?
I'm not a First Amendment expert.
Do you think artistic expression is protected under the First Amendment? Do you need to be a First Amendment expert to answer that question?
I think the ins and outs of First Amendment law are actually very nuanced, so I would not want to opine.
Do you think the SEC has an obligation under the First Amendment to take care not to have a chilling effect on artistic expression on the blockchain?
I think we can work together to advance the interests of the industry. And I think our markets are the highlight of the world because of the laws that have been in place for 90 years.
You're not answering my question.
Talk about a dance around, eh? Isn't that irritating? Doesn't it drive you nuts that they get away with just dancing around like that? This one's for Beebs, guys. Beebs, I don't know if you're here or not, brother, but this one's for you, man. If you're watching the replay, check it out. Kraken Pro, a sneak peek at next week's listings. What do we got down here? Find it in the listings next week. What did we find? Boom, KASPA. Is KASPA about to be listed next week on Kraken? Tier 1, baby. Let's freaking go. Entirely possible. There it is, man. We're going to see. We're going to see. I think it's a yes. I think it's a yes. And finally, we got some plan B chart action here. He says, just like clockwork, check it out, guys. Boom, pump up, pull back, and launch. Pump up, pull back, and launch. What do we got right here, guys? Pump back, down, pump up, and launch. Pull back and launch. So, are we about to see a massive, massive run, guys? Absolutely awesome. AIOZ was running pretty good today. Good weekly breakout. Nice. Yes, AIOZ, good project, man. I only have 12K. Wish I had gotten to 20. Rob the OG, do you think Gary attended a Diddy party? I think Gary thinks that Diddy parties are securities. I do not believe her otherwise. Why did Biden-Harris admin just veto a bipartisan put toward? Yes, exactly. Hope that Beebs is okay. Hurricane. Oh, yeah, that's right, eh? Close to Tampa. Just missed my house by. Ooh, careful, man. I hope you guys are safe out there. Hopefully, we'll have to check in on Beebs and make sure he's all right. But yeah, guys, anyway, listen, get your butts over to the Patreon, guys. We got big things going on over there. We just finished another group video coaching call over there, guys. Book your one-on-one video coaching calls and so much more, guys. Get your butts there. I'm telling you, you're missing out if you're not on the Patreon. The link is in the description. Get over there. I got to get to work, guys. I will live stream from the office in a few hours. So I will see you guys then. Peace.